Ah, there we go. There we go. All right. Now we got a stream popping. And we can't hear your voice in the party. Uh, who's that? Oh, didn't realize. It sounded like somebody else for a second. Yeah, no, your voice isn't coming through either. I still can't see the stream for some reason. Like, isn't that weird? I can't watch my own stream. Yeah, no, I can't even. It's not there. I go to live. It's not there. It's not there. I don't know. I don't know what to tell myself. But that's here nor there. I got the voice out and it's going. So let's do a little something, something. All right, little little privy. MXGP 21. This is the Art Championship brought to you by Ashley Racing Team. This is Shire, and today we have something special. We are going to be putting on the first round of our championship. This is something new for us, so it's building season. We're going to be building this championship into something as much as something as we can until MTG comes out, Motocross the Game, in which I believe that game is going to catapult our community into a more mainstream direction. So we kind of want to just be ready for that. So that's what we're doing today. And that's what we're doing these days. I'm about to invite a couple of my teammates to this lobby that I have created here, and have a little practice, have a little look, see at what we're going to be doing today. It's round one of the ARTC ARTC. We got Magneto Detroit and Mike the Wild. They both race on the Ashley Racing Team as well. As you guys who've been watching know, waiting for Mikey to join up so we can get a little something going here. I kind of want these in this little thing here. We're gonna just take a little preview of what can and cannot be done, type stuff. Let her rip, boys. Man, keep it real. All right, let's just make it short. It doesn't have to be some over exaggerated thing. That is not actually 25 minutes, by the way. That's just another milestone glitch. It's actually inverted, so it's 5-minute qualifying with 3-minute race, and yeah, and just invert it all the way through. So 10 minutes to 5, 15 to 10 or whatever. I don't even know. I can't really equate it right now in my brain, but here, let's start this. I got all sorts of tracks, but this just happens to be the first round. We're gonna put it on sunny because whether or not we want it to be sunny, it very well end up just being rain, and I like that. I kind of like that realism aspect of it. Usually, what I do is a 3 flick. I do like a 1. Kind of just let the boys know, hey, I'm waiting for you to ready up, but I'm not readying up myself quite yet. You know what I mean? I do that about 3 more times, you know, give the people a chance to pick their bikes, build a gate, get a drink, take a pee, whatever needs to be done before this race is about to happen. Give them the second one. These boys are already ready, so we're just going to hop right into it. Another thing with Milestone is sometimes the lobbies will just drop. We'll be sitting there watching. I'll plug in my controller. We'll be sitting there racing. We'll be racing for 10 whole minutes, and then boom, and then we'll just lag. And that would be upsetting. But luckily, we got PS5, and we can clip things very quickly, and we can see who was where at what time. PS5 loads exponentially faster. But that's okay because that gives everybody like a little second to breathe for a second, you know? Everybody's out in the pit right at the moment. They're both just in the pit chilling. Alright, we got Magneto out here. Pretty normal little warm-up ride we got going here. Got Mike following suit out on the track. This is just a little qualifier. People just go round and round, you know. Let's see, we're back on board with Magneto, who just hit a line that is not acceptable. He also got reset in the hat in the process of it. See right there, he was totally fine, kept it on the track. They both kept it on the jump right there, just fine, perfectly. That right there, what Mag just did, I might allow that because that really doesn't make too big of an advantage in this particular, on this particular part of the track. But the people who are race directing really got to be conscious because they got to be conscious. Like, what are the people doing out there? You know, there's lines that are obviously huge advantages, and then there's some it's just like, oh, I kind of just drift over that way. It doesn't really make a big difference, you know. Mikey over the little wall there, the half wall. I really like the colors we got going on here with the bright orange and white. It's kind of cool. Kind of like that. It is Military Appreciation Week here in America. Alright, let's see. Oh, Mag just hit that. Yeah, hitting that little side right there is not a doable thing. Like, I know the stakes go down there, but that doesn't mean we can. You can see the jump. You can see what's off to the side and what's not off to the side. So let's just keep it real. And so we don't have to... I'm not going to just kick you out of the race, but if I see... for stuff like that, I'll just be like, all right, I'll put you down on a list and start docking, docking something. I don't even know. We'll figure that part out. Docking points, and if it persists, we'll have to take out a whole position from you, and that would suck, The reason I'd kick somebody out of a race is if they're sitting on the track, or if they're crashing into people. Like purposefully, like if you're like being aggressive, that's fine, that's racing, if you're being if you kind of drift somebody slowly off to the side of the track so they have to slow down and get behind you, that's racing, that's normal. But if you're just quickly jolting over and clapping somebody's tire and they get the wobbles and go down. That's not okay. Don't do that. That's not cool. If somebody's in a corner and you could just take that corner so much faster if you just hit into the side of them, yeah, don't do that. Like, we all can do that. That's not, if you did that in real life, you would risk hurting yourself and somebody else, and that's just not okay. It's not a good look. So we're not doing that. So far, these boys are actually keeping it clean out there on track, having some fun. As you can see, they're doing nose wheelies back there, and you can see the different styles in these boys. Oh, Micah de Wild here. He's from the Netherlands. Young kid, rides for Ashley Racing Team. He's a champion for sure. He's definitely a contender out there. Somebody you're gonna want to be watching. You're gonna be watching because, usually that's how it goes. When you're one of the top people, or if you're battling for wins, eyes on you. So the qualifying's over. That signifies the end of qualifying. Both of these boys just decided to say no. I'd say when it ends. Doing little 360s. Ooh. They were just out there playing. I was flipping in back and forth in between the twos of them, letting them get their little airtime. I wasn't trying to reveal anybody's secret chapter on the track today, boy. Let's go. It's gonna be fun. You guys in the audience can't hear them talking, but in my head, I have two characters talking. In this point of the race, people are just like kind of picking their setups. They were just out on the track for 5 minutes. They did the qualifying races. They got into their respective lobbies, A, B, or C, and then they're picking the bike setups. Their fucking hearts are going. Their heart rates are actually going. It's funny. Even though we're sitting here and we're playing a game, our armpits are sweating. Our heart rates are going. We have to remind ourselves to breathe at times. I know that sounds crazy, but it gets a little intense. So you have to remind yourself to breathe, take a breath, all the same types of things that like if you were doing a real race. In the mental aspect of it, you want to make sure you eat some food so your brain, you have that mental energy. You want to be hydrated. So you don't, so you can see better when you're hydrated. You can see more clearly. And so so you kind of, if you're going to be serious about it, you kind of want to make sure you check off all those boxes. Make sure you show up absolutely as best you can when it comes to your brain, because that's really what the strain is. Even though we're sitting here, like I said, we are sweating, and it's because of the mental strain that we're putting ourselves through at such a high level. The people who are going to be racing in the A class today, those are literally the top of this community that we built here, and the level that they're at is the peak here, in this MXGP community. I know there's other milestone games, and in other milestone games there's like top players, in every milestone game. Well, today you'll get a glimpse at a couple of the ones here, and that's gonna the people for the future when it comes to MTG, they're going to get a glimpse of who they're going to be going up against when the gates drop then, Hey, we got one viewer. Hello, viewer. Just out here just doing a little bit of practice and kind of just talking about what this season's going to be doing. And what it's for, what it's all about. why we're here today. Got boys out here doing 360s and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I'm hoping to go into Supercross after this MXGP championship. I hope to go into Supercross to gather some more milestone players, more people in our motocross racing community esports. And I got a few messages from some other top players in those games that were like, "Hey, if you come over here, we'll race in your league." And I'm like, "Cool, you know, the more the merrier. If we can get those people here, that'd be great." And so, just moving forward, we have a very strong foundation for possible sponsorships. That'd be cool if we can get some sponsorships. To just help build the community and the overall channel and just like get eyeballs out here. Like they do it in other games. They do it in Gran Turismo. They have whole championships where they send teams out to race in these little cockpit modules with steering wheels and shifters and pedals and all that. And then, they have it in COD where they have these huge championships where they send people out to play against each other. Like, why not our community, And if that does happen, why not us? Why, we already got the foundation. So that's what we're hoping for. Stay tuned. We'll be here. Let me hop back to Mag. Whoa. A little tweak there. That's that, y'all don't know nothing about that. That's that extra special physics y'all don't know nothing about. Oh, both them boys. Mikey just hit a little bit of a cheater there. You kind of get an advantage when you go off to the side there. I would potentially give him a warning for something like that and be like, hey, don't do that. We are not biased to anybody out here today. We do not have any special treatment for anybody out here today. I want everybody to know that. Everybody can get these hands today, boy. But seriously, if we can all just make sure to keep it as pleasant as possible out there, then that'd be great. We always have those some people that just for some reason just stop on the track. They can't make it the whole 15-minute main. Or there's those people that just can't handle what happened in the beginning of the race, so they spend their entire existence trying to make sure that the other person their lives are miserable. I have a miserable life, and yeah, I would kick somebody out for that. I'd be like, hey, chill out, boy. See, Mikey kind of rode a little bit off to the side, but right there in that spot, it doesn't make a difference. And that's just something my race directors, I'm going to have them understanding. Like, just because somebody rode off to the side of the track, yes, you've seen it, we all seen it, doesn't necessarily mean it made a difference. That's what we're looking for. We don't want people taking lines that make huge cheater differences. Like, people don't know, like, this line that Mikey's hitting right here, it's actually fast. It's actually fast. That was perfect. Had Mag just hit that, couldn't have hit it any better, That was perfect how he just hit that. Like if you want to hit off to the side like that. Now, you guys are side by side. So somebody hit the side of the track. Show them like that difference. Show them what I mean. Like that right there. What Mag just did. Look at it. It put him a half a second in front of Mikey. That's that stuff that's like, no, don't do that. That's not fair. You can do that all over the track and gain 2 seconds. You know what I mean? So we'll be looking for that. Yeah, Mag did it again, but yeah, that one. Yeah, because it keeps you super low, and then it's just like you go right onto that tabletop and just keep it moving. It's like you got no air time. That's a jump. You're supposed to hit it. Got booked. I don't even know what lap we're on. We're on the final lap now. Oh, that was the final lap. All right, so that's our overall expectations for what is going to be going on within about an hour and a half here. An hour and a half. And we are good to go. All right, so I'll see you guys then. All right, I'll see you guys then.